calls for a review. Nobody has said that the policy in itself is bad, but there are some issues in the implementation, like quality of food, like space, like the calendar, the double track system. 2 days ago, the Minister for Education was saying that they're going to improve on some of these strategies when it comes to implementation. But the call has not been to improve, but to review. Why do you think there's some sort of disconnect between what the people are calling for regards to this policy and what the government and the Ministry of Education are doing?
Oh, I don't think that it's a disconnect as such. Well, being in academia and knowing what a policy review process is actually about, it's not as easy as just calling for a review and then you quickly review it.
Okay.
You have to address the challenges, improve upon it. And then if you want a policy review, it's a whole overhaul of what is being implemented. Now, one of the main things is if you haven't tried to address the challenges and you review, you tend to risk actually repeating the same mistakes that you are doing. So as much as possible, you have to ensure that you have completed what we call the policy cycle. So you get to a stage where you have looked at the challenges, you have made suggestions, you worked on, you know, what the document itself contains, and then you can go into. But that said, the review process is even ongoing when you say you are doing improvements.
Is it?
But it's, oh yes, it is. If it is not doing that, if you are not reviewing it, how are you even getting to know the challenges?
Well, maybe
and maybe implementing.
To the cries of parents.
Oh, no. It's not just, but the cries of parents and things, it's about, at the Free SHS Secretariat, and I have taken a lot of data from there as well, I know that they do periodic polls and research work to know what exactly perceptions are about it, what is not working, what is working. And this is part of the policy cycle, to make sure that as you are rolling out, now to say that you're going to wait until the very end before you make or you address the challenges, you're talking about the lives of children and human beings. So yes, and that said, I always ask myself that it's not because I'm NPP, but I went through 7 years of secondary education. Food wasn't perfect. I remember eating. Secondary school foods are never perfect. That gas and you know.
But
we managed and we coped. And you know what? We enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say, and I include even my children in it. The generation of this day are different. They should be a little bit more accepting. I used to farm, and I'm so proud. I went to St. Rose's Secondary School for 7 years. We used to farm. We go and do our cassava, and we bring the cassava and eat it on Saturday. Cassava leaf stew, and you see the seeds swimming in. But we ate it, and we enjoyed it. That is what built our resilience and our strength. Yes, I'm not saying it is perfect. And I empathize. Sometimes I worry when my child went through Free SHS as well, my daughter. Today she's a physiotherapist. But what I want to also say is that we don't have perfect systems. I've traveled Tanzania, Kenya, all other countries. This Free SHS is a game changer. If you look at the indices in education and what it is doing for us as in our Human Development Index and pushing a lot of children out of that poverty and families out of that poverty bracket, let's accept it. Let's criticize it. As much I am one of the critical people in it, and as a researcher, I distance my politics from my researcher and I say, this is what I think we should be doing, this is where we should be going. And that's why I can feel free enough to do a study on child marriage and the Free SHS policy.
Right.
So I don't think there's a disconnect. Okay. I think what is happening is the policy cycle would roll, and yes, there will be a review. Now, that I know will happen.
In the face of